Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the very first vlog-style episode of Around the Clock. If you didn't catch my last video, I pretty much went over the entire car, the thought process behind all the modifications, and what the future plans are. So, pretty much, I don't have anything else planned for the car. I just want to drive it and enjoy it, and I didn't want content to stop just because there was nothing left to change or repair. So, I figured this would be pretty cool instead of me talking about a car and just looking at it in my garage or in a parking lot. I'll show you guys what I actually enjoy doing on the weekends, which is driving it and enjoying it and sharing it with the automotive community. So what's really cool is this morning we're going to be going to one of my favorite local gatherings in the area, which is Katie's Cars and Coffee in Great Falls, Virginia. So let's go ahead and jump in the car and we can talk about it. So there she is. We got our key. I'm also going to grab my little energy drink here because it's a little too early for coffee this morning. Not too early, but it doesn't like my stomach sometimes. So and what I'm gonna do is let it idle a little bit. I'm gonna crack the garage open. Just because I live in a townhome community, just don't want to disturb people. The beauty about this specific car is the exhaust is 100% factory. This specific car does have the sport exhaust option, but the good news is it's not super loud. Only kind of when you want it to be is it actually loud. So just to let it warm up a little bit here, I normally, obviously would turn on the headlights. And then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and plug in this USB dongle. And once I plug this into here, it's gonna allow me to have wireless CarPlay. And it's probably going to stop the recording because the camera is the phone that I'm using as the camera is connected to that. So once it connects through Bluetooth, it's going to cut the recording, which we will see right there. All right, so as you can see, we got the Bluetooth connected. So let's go ahead and get our cup holder out. Oh man, getting this thing to stick sometimes is challenging, but it actually worked with me that time. So go ahead, set our energy drink up so we're good to go. And now we can get out of here. So the biggest challenge, I'm glad you guys can actually see this, because one of the biggest challenges as far as like scraping is my own driveway. So usually leaving my driveway is kind of challenging because I live in I would say it's a new construction community, and I mean it is because they are still building, but I mean I have been here for a little over, I want to say 7 years, maybe almost 8 years, and it scrapes because it's not paved. Therefore, it makes it very challenging sometimes to get out of my own driveway, and I usually have to come out at an angle. But I will tell you, with the setup here of the H&R lowering springs and this front lip, it scrapes. And as I mentioned in the last video, thankfully I do have paint protection film. So if you decide to color match your front lip and you don't want to have to worry about repairing and repainting it every single time it gets scratched up, I would say investing in paint protection film will definitely help prolong that from happening. Usually that film is pretty thick, and it will help kind of preserve your paint. And another cool thing about most paint protection films is that they are self-healing. And what that means is if it gets scratched or something like that, depending on how deep the scratch is, if you just put it outside, expose it to heat, like on a nice hot day, it'll fix itself. So one of the best things about paint protection film is usually it's less expensive than having to repair and repaint the entire lip itself. So now we are just trying to get out of the neighborhood as quietly as possible, and we will start our drive to Katie's Cars and Coffee. So to talk about Katie's a little bit, so Katie's Coffee House over in Great Falls, Virginia is just a really, really cool vibe and atmosphere. And that's the most important thing to me. It's gonna be the vibe, right? Because there are some events here in this area that are huge and they're great, but you're in a parking lot. And, while it is cool to see a bunch of different cars, atmosphere, it's a huge part of the experience to me. So, like, for example, close to where I live is Annapolis Cars and Coffee, and that is down at the city docks, which is downtown, and it's on the water. You have people like working out and running, and then you also have people walking their dogs, and there are boats, and there's just a lot of stuff going around. And the atmosphere to me is just it's very relaxing, and it's definitely very unique as opposed to kind of just standing in a parking lot. But Katie's is technically in a parking lot, but the venue itself is definitely very unique. And then when you go to the parking lot, the way that the little kind of shopping center is set up, it's just a very, very unique vibe, and I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to share it with you. Now, that is one of the reasons, the atmosphere, the place, those are some of the reasons why I like it, but also it's the type of cars that show up. So there are some other gatherings in this area where there's physically more space and more cars show up. However, Katie's, I'd say, is more quality based than it is quantity. If you go to some of the other local events, you'll have a ton of people, but it's a lot more kind of common cars than it is uncommon things. Great Falls is located in Loudoun County, which is one of the wealthiest counties in the country, and what that translates to is sometimes you'll have stuff show up there that you normally wouldn't see, just because of the type of money that's out there. And it's always awesome to see that. But if I can appreciate an uncommon, super crazy, hyper car, I still love just kind of regular stuff. So that's what I grew up on, like Civics and Celicas, and the most important thing to me is the modification portion of it versus just being able to buy something that's expensive. And not only that, just not really talking to people. Sometimes those types of owners can be very standoffish, and that's okay. That's really, it could be anyone, not just hypercar owners. It could be somebody with just a regular standard car that could be that way, and that's cool too. We're all different. It's nice when you can have a conversation with somebody, come to realize that most of the people are very down to earth and just true car people like us. Sometimes they have cool stories and humble beginnings. It always interests me to hear those types of stories of what people do to kind of achieve that goal. But right now, guys, we are driving on the Bay Bridge. I think I've seen some videos and vlogs talking about like scariest bridges in the US, and this was like ranked one of them. And I will say, I'm not a big heights person, and I am kind of glad that it's nighttime. So you can't see it. I'm sure you'll see it on the way back home, but it's a pretty tall bridge. What's really cool, if you guys are ever in this area, or if you don't like crossing the bridge, there are driving services, where you can pay someone to pretty much drive your car across the bridge and get you across, so you don't have to worry or think about it. I've lived in this area for a very long time, so I think I'm just kind of accustomed to it, and most of the time I don't even think about it, so it doesn't really faze me. But if I ever do kind of start thinking about it, I kind of freak myself out, so we won't do that. But we will continue our drive to Katie's, and can't wait to show you guys what it's all about once we get there. So as I'm driving, guys, I wanted to kind of highlight, the visibility of these Morimoto headlights, and just kind of, how much better the light output is. I wish I would have taken a driving video before with the factory xenon headlights, but I will say I did, swap them out with the Morimotos pretty quickly. The visibility and the nice clean
Watch out,
line.
Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Oops. So the visibility and the clean lines helps the car from an aesthetic perspective. These are really big to me. And the reason why I primarily did them is because I like the way the headlights themselves look. And then what's also great is it's not just the style of it, right? It's also the functionality is a big improvement compared to factory. But sometimes people talk about being bumpy, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys what it looks like when driving with these headlights. And another thing to highlight here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but in my rear view mirror, you can see that no one's really behind me. The lines are red, right? And that's how bright the Morimoto XB taillights are. And so what I'm getting at is the style and everything of these lights, cool and unique and different, but it definitely improves the lighting output and visibility to others compared to the factory headlights and taillights, where you kind of have, up front obviously xenons, but in the rear just kind of like standard, I don't know if it's considered an incandescent bulb, but just like a standard light bulb versus the really bright LED. But I just wanted to highlight that obviously it's not good to be driving and holding this, so I'm going to invest in some other ways that so I can kind of still show you the driving POV while still having my hands free, and obviously paying as much attention to the road as possible. So don't do this, but I'm doing this for you guys so you can see it. All right, everyone, so we're about, I'd say, 10 minutes or so away from the event, and I just wanted to highlight and share, I think part of the things that I enjoy, aside from the show itself and the venue, is actually the drive there. And the roads are kind of like twisty and turny sometimes, but if you actually take a look at what's on the side of you, there are a lot of just insanely massive homes. Like, just, I don't know what the threshold is between house and mansion, but there are just some monstrosities of homes in this area. So, I think that's a huge part as far as like why I like coming to these events, enjoying them. I will say there is a truck here in front of us that's going super duper slow, a little slower than normal, where you can normally, do a little bit more spirited driving, but, obviously it's dependent on, how much traffic's on the road. If there's a ton of stuff, I just like to cruise, take my time, whatever, but if it's open, these roads are super fun to kind of rip around. But look at that house. What the? I thought that was like a library or something. Not a library, but like just something like, I thought it was a commercial building. That's how big some of these houses are. It's kind of crazy, but I think that's cool. You know, I think the more interesting part for me is like understanding what these people do, you know, to be able to afford something like that, because, you know, the cost of living out here is extremely expensive. But anyway, looks like the truck is turning, thank goodness, and we can continue our drive to Katie's. All right, guys, we are here at Katie's Cars and Coffee. So let's take a walk around, see what kind of stuff we have. It's super early in the morning. Well, it's 6:40. And there's already stuff here. You got some really clean MR2s, Miata. All right, guys, it's getting a little more packed here. There's tons of stuff. Really nice, clean E30 M3. You also have this super sick 296 GTB. For those who aren't familiar with these cars, it is a twin-turbo 6-cylinder hybrid, and they make about 800 horsepower. Absolutely nasty. The next step up from this would be an SF90. Those are V8 twin-turbo hybrids that usually make about 1,000 horsepower. So, next, nice, super clean E46 M3. I think that color is called Phoenix Yellow. Absolutely love it. Wow, this thing is mint. Super, super clean. SMG car. Nice. Here we got a E92 M3 in orange. Usually I think this color came on the Lime Rock edition M3s. This is pretty cool. It looks like it's sitting on a set of BBS FIRs in bronze. I really like how the bronze contrasts along the orange. Very nice. Air-cooled P car. I'm probably not going to get too far here. I've just been stuck here in this area. Nice 996, looks like a C4S, clean turbo. Absolutely love this NA2 Acura NSX. Looks extremely clean. Love these with the stationary headlights. Awesome, awesome cars. Nice. Looks like you have a E92 M3 carbon hood. It's my buddy Phil's 996 twin turbo. Really nice. Digging all, look at those carbon buckets and tillets. Got some carbon on the steering wheel. What an awesome car. I actually sold him some parts from when I had my 996 twin turbo X50 car in Seal Gray. Nice. What's up, dude? Good seeing you, man. Nice, clean Aero car. Very nice E36 M3. Huge fan of these things. I think those are BBS. What are they, like RKs or something like that? I'm not super familiar with that model, but it works well on the car. This thing is super clean. Not familiar with these older P cars, but very good looking. For the 356. Oh, nice. Just had 356. This is cool. I think I had this car in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. This is awesome. Check that out. This looks like it would just be an absolute blast to drive. Nice FDRX7. Love the sound of a rotary. It's busy here, guys. It's very busy. It's still kind of early, I'd say. Nice C6 vet. Nice. It's a Grand Sport. Good looking car. drive.
But I don't think it is.
Wow. Excuse me. Ooh, look at this big car right here. It is busy out here, guys. That's why I love this event. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff. Look how packed it is. And people are just kind of steady rolling in. Nice. Is that a Grand National? Love that. Definitely a nice wide variety of stuff out here. Man, we got T37s on the M2. Nice Z3M M Roadster. I like these cars. I love this color. It looks like a Storal blue. Look at that interior. These things are sweet. Nice. Let's see what else we have out here. Now you have over here the M Coupe. So over there we had the Roadster M Coupe, or Clown Shoe as they say. I think these are super cool, super unique. Nice. Love these cars, and I love the color of these two. They look very similar. This as well. Nice. Looks like a Dakar yellow E36 M3. Sweet Land Rover. Oh, check that out. Nice Maserati MC20. Super nice exotic car. Love the look of those. Pretty cool. Alpha SV. Sorry. Man, there's some really cool stuff out here always. That's cool. Husky actually has a booth out here. That's interesting. Oh wow. A12 Competizione. That's pretty sweet. Wow. That thing is absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of people here. Very nice. Check out this super sweet 993. Oh my god, this thing is absolutely gorgeous, guys. This is a dream car for me. You know, I would love to experience an air-cooled P car at some point, and I'd love it to be one of these, but they are so expensive. Currently out of my price range, but it is a Carrera S, and man, what a great looking car. Looks super clean. Look at the inside. Wow, this is awesome. Ooh, super clean Mercedes here. I don't know if that's a 190 or a 300. Let's take a look. Oh, it's a manual too. That is so sweet. Oh man, I absolutely love this body style. For those who don't know, my absolute dream car is a 190 Evo. Definitely out of my price range, but I've thought about potentially building one, a replica one, to make it look aesthetically similar to a 190 Evo, but very clean car. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Nice, sweet second-gen Viper GTS R. Love the color combination, the white with the blue stripes. Man, this thing is sweet. Look at the interior. Wow. This thing is awesome. Oh, there's the P-car leaving. Very cool. Nice Volvo. These are awesome. The Roma. This looks like Philadelphia. John, how are you doing? What's up, dude? How are you? Good seeing you, man. Sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. Very sweet Ferrari Roma. Nice Grand Touring Ferrari. drop top. Very sweet. These are pretty awesome purpose-built cars. It's not like your standard Ferrari. This is more of a grand touring car, obviously with the drop top. See here, nice Lotus Emira. These things are pretty sweet. As you guys know, I used to have an Exige S, a little more raw, a little more analog. This is a little more refined, but still very fun to drive from what I hear. See here, got some really cool stuff. Check this out. Very nice R32 GTR, legendary RB26 DET. Very sweet car. For those who don't know, I used to also have an R32. It's just a GTST though, nothing crazy, but man, GTR would probably be pretty sweet. Wow, this thing is awesome. Excuse me. Very cool DeLorean. These things are so cool. Love how the doors go up. Back to the Future stuff right here. What a really cool car. Look at that finish. Sweet. Oh, there's a Lamborghini Miura. See, when you talk about unique type of stuff that you see here at Katie's, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Wow. That is gorgeous. Don't want to get too close. Can't afford to fix it if something mistakenly happens. Nice GC8 Subi 2.5 RS. Wow, that's very clean actually. Nice. Nice M2. A sweet Del Sol coming in. All kinds of really, really cool stuff here. I love the variety that you can expect to see here at Katie's. Tons of people. I mean, it's a really nice day this morning. Nice Targa. Love how the clamshell comes apart. You can see everything. Nice little Corvette. Nice tag. Accelerate. Dig it. Pretty live out here, guys. You can see how busy it is. It's definitely a DMV favorite here. It's that clean Subi.
Where are you getting from?
Okay, let's see what else we have here. These cool Chevy SS's or Holdens, I think is what they're called in other countries. I think these things are pretty sweet. LS3. Nice. Very cool car. Check out that cool truck. You guys have to forgive me, I'm not super familiar with older stuff like that, but I think it's awesome. 997 GT3. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous GT3. Nice Boxster, Boxster S. Got a Cayman. Wow, there's all kinds of really cool stuff here. Nice R8. It's pretty sweet. Whoa, what is this thing? This is a Reliant. Not familiar with these, but this looks awesome. It reminds me of the Assetto or something like that. I think it's a BMW, but this is pretty cool. awesome. I bet this thing is probably a blast to drive. What a very unique, niche car. One front wheel up front. Clean M2. Nice Pontiac G8. Those things look cool. Ooh, check out this Bentley GT over here. Wow, this thing looks pretty sweet. This looks like a 3rd gen Bentley GT. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of these things. Right before my C4S, I did have a Gen 2 GT V8 on T37s, and I love the Gen 2, but I think the Gen 3 is just kind of like next level. What a great looking car. Sweet Camaro. There's the banana. Absolutely love that car. Let's see what else is here. So this is just like the primary lot, and this thing actually wraps all the way around. I love how this Cyclone has Corvette wheels. Man, these things are sweet. All-wheel drive. I think they're turboed. Wow, this thing is awesome. Yeah, it doesn't look factory for sure. Nice turb ski. This thing is awesome. Love these trucks, Cyclones. They also made a Blazer version called the Typhoon. Very similar setup. Twin turbo, just on a Blazer chassis. Love it. Nice clean Subi here. Kinds of stuff around. Very nice E36 M3. Color looks like it's maybe Dakar yellow. DS1 wheels. It's a nice comfort seats, manual. Yeah, this thing is pretty awesome. Looks like you just got it too. Huge fan of these cars. E36 is just a classic style. I also used to have a 99 E36 M3, which is the last year they made the E36. It was a cab, it was automatic. I didn't know any better, but I absolutely love them. Mine was Alpine white, but I'm a huge fan of Dakar yellow. Sweet C6 Vet. Nice clean Miata. Cool unique wheels that are very fitting for the car. Also very clean Civic. What's up, dude? How are you? Good seeing you, man. Yeah. You got a couple Corvettes here. Some really cool MR2s. Damn, these things are sweet. I love these cars, man. Mid-engine. Look at the Blitz wheels. Wow, this is sick. Right-hand drive. This thing is very clean. Love it. Check that out. Oh, this one looks really good too on the work VSXs. Wow. I like these like rear spats or splitters. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but nice tag. I'm sure 200 horsepower in this car is just an absolute blast. This thing looks great. Look at the stance. Look at the fitment of the wheels. Yeah, this is awesome. Absolutely love these cars, man. Sorry. Interior, very clean. Let me get out of this guy's picture. Wow. Cops are here. All right, guys, so had a great time at Katie's Cars and Coffee. Ended up talking to a lot of people. I seem to do that often whenever I come here, just because I love talking to people about cars. And it's also really cool when you run into other 997 owners and people that watch the channel. So it's always nice to formally meet you guys, and I appreciate you coming up to me and talking. You know, I absolutely love this platform, and even if you didn't have a 997, I just like talking cars in general. But that was pretty much the event today. Hopefully you guys liked it, and hopefully you like this style video. And if you do, I can continue to try to figure out ways that, you know, I can do more vlogging style. Maybe not just going to car shows, but just maybe hanging out if it's car related, just sharing it with you guys. And next thing I definitely got to do is invest in some sort of camera mount, so I'm not physically holding the camera and recording. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the content. If you do, feel free to share your comments and feedback below. Alright guys, just got back home, car's sitting in the garage, had a great day at Katie's. I did want to share something with you that I thought was pretty cool. So these were sitting on the driver's side seat, and I thought that was super cool. So somebody took a picture of it there and then left it on the seat. And these are actually pretty awesome photos too. So I ended up posting on the event page and just said, hey, whoever put these in here, you know, thank you very much for making my day. And the person actually messaged me and, you know, just had some really kind words to share. So super cool. It's one of the many reasons why I absolutely love the car community. It's just kind gestures and things like that. You know, I think that is pretty cool. Super happy with the car. It always gets, you know, a ton of love anytime I take it out there. People just like it. And I love it, right? And I'm super excited to continue driving it and just taking it to other places and sharing it with the automotive community. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I know it was a different style than what I traditionally do, but let me know your feedback. Let me know if you like stuff like this, and if you do, consider liking and subscribing. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.